Hey Killer Bees, it's Paula B from PaulaBFitness.com, and on tap today I've got day 11 of the Weight Loss for Women Over 50 series, and today is a great cardio and seated abs workout. So yes, you are going to need a chair nearby. Other than the seated parts though, we are all standing. There's absolutely no jumping and there's no other equipment needed. When you're ready for this one, I'm totally ready. Let's go. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get moving and grooving. I'm actually going to start our warm-ups off with the timer today. The timer is set for 30-second intervals, and we're going to go through our usual warm-ups 2 times. So that means that we're getting started with arm circles and high knees like we do. Hopefully this really is day 11 for you, or at least you're familiar with my workouts. Otherwise I just came out of nowhere, didn't it, you guys? This is our normal warm-up. We do arm circles with high knees, then we do arm crossers with booty kickers, and then we do welcome to my home. So we're going to go through that list of 3 exercises 2 times. And that's kind of, well, okay, I've got a longer list than 3 exercises today, but we are going to get it through it 2 times. Let's go ahead and do those arm crossers with booty kickers. Thank goodness that chair is completely out of my way. I'm actually going to step aside here a little bit. You do want to make sure that your chair is nearby and handy. We're using the chair today for some of our exercises. Here's the thing about this. When it beeps again, we're doing those welcome to my homes, of course. Today could be, if you choose, an up and down from the ground kind of a day. I happen to know, since I've been around YouTube for a while, that most of us, here we go with welcome to my homes, and then we're going to do this list of these 3 one more time through to make sure that we are thoroughly warmed up. So when it beeps again, we're going to do those arm circles with high knees. I have heard over the years many comments that we don't love to get up and down from the ground at this age anymore. And I tell you what, I don't mind getting up and down as long as when I'm down I stay down and when I'm up I stay up. But the constant transitions, here we go, 2nd time through, arm circles and high knees. I know that is difficult and problematic for lots of us, and it truly takes some time away from the exercising because it takes a while to get up or down. So we are going lovely, modified, mostly standing today by using a chair for our floor exercises, including our seated abs. We're going to get through a whole lot of cardio before we get to those seated abs, though. Here we go with arm crossers and booty kickers. I've got a lovely list of super fun exercises for us that require absolutely no jumping. We are low impact, even if you do choose to get up and down off the ground. And we're going to get nice and moderately sweaty today. You guys, when it beeps again, we're doing those welcome to my homes for the 2nd and final time, and then we're going right into our workout. So this is what it looks like, these 30 seconds today. It's just long enough to feel amazing about the exercise and then move on from it. But I'm sure you've noticed at this point, there's no rest. So we're going to take this whole workout at a cardio endurance pace. We're getting started here with double knees, which means we're going to have our hands up overhead, reaching down towards one knee that comes up 2 times in a row, and then again on the other side. So going up and down with your hands, up and down with one knee at a time. And here's the thing about cardio endurance. It's not meant to be fast. It really is truly the difference between a sprint and a marathon. We are taking this at a marathon pace, meaning that because we're not resting, we need to really think about your heart rate the whole time. You want to keep it at a nice moderate pace for weight loss. When it beeps again, we're doing rainbow jacks, hands going up overhead like a rainbow, and feet, one knee comes out on one side and then on the other side. Whew, hands are up the entire time for this exercise, which means I just slowed this down a little bit. You do not have to take the entire workout at the same pace. Truly, that's difficult to do. When it beeps again, we're doing mountain climbers with our hands on the chair. That's how we're going to make sure that we don't have to get up and down from the ground. If you want to, oh my gosh, please do. It is always up to you to do what you'd like to do. So bringing one knee to towards your chest at a time. Hands on the chair, making sure that your hands are directly below your shoulders. Doing such a good job, moving at a pace that works for you. When it beeps again, we're going to come back up into toy soldiers. Hands up overhead again. Going to have one hand reaching down towards your opposite kicking foot. My friends, here's the thing about moderating and modifying. They are different. And that's what I kind of wanted to show you today, is that you can modify any of the exercises so that they work for you. Put your hands on an elevated surface, make something that would normally be jumping, non-jumping. Modifying does not necessarily mean easier. It means making it work for you. When it beeps again, we're doing booty kicker elbow swings. So those booty kickers, just like we do for our warm-up, but we've got our hands swinging. So hands are swinging and elbows pushing back, really thinking about pulling back from the middle of your back, getting a little bit of bonus upper body toning with our cardio today. Moderation is making things a little bit easier. Moderation means that we're making sure that our heart rate doesn't spike. The fact is, you can modify exercises without moderating them. And here we go with Rockettes. Hands on the chair. Put your booty down for just a quick second here. We're going to lift your booty up though and kick and kick. Now, if you would like to keep your booty on the chair for these kicks, that's totally fine. This is what I was talking about with some upper body work with our cardio today. This kind of up and down from the floor or up and down from the chair work really works your arms as well. When it beeps again, back on our feet, so have a sit, and then back on your feet for letter Ks. Hands up overhead, kicking one leg out to the side, reaching that same hand down to the side. On one side, we're making the letter K. On the other side, we are not. When it beeps again, we're going to go into middle skips, which is skipping, except I call it middle skips because you don't have to get our hands up super high overhead. That is part of the way that we are moderating our heart rate. And technically speaking, we're not really skipping because skipping would involve jumping. But we're having one hand come up to about shoulder height, maybe your head height, while the opposite knee comes up at the same time, just like we were skipping when we were kids. Although, to be honest, I was not great at that when I was a kid. When it beeps again, going to have our hands on the chair again for plank tappers. So coming into that plank position, we're going to tap one foot out to the side at a time. Here we go. So hands directly underneath your shoulders, feet out into a plank. Tap one on one side, one on the other. Awesome job. Thinking about, for this exercise, modifying and moderating. You guys, you can modify the exercises and make them easily just as difficult, just as high intensity as anything else we do. Coming up next, we're going to do punch-up kicks. Just exactly what it sounds like. We're going to punch up while we kick. Now, I do like to go across my body for this. A little bit more challenge for your abs there in the middle when you're going across your body. Totally up to you. Whichever hand you punched with first and whichever leg you punched with or kicked with first, just keep going. It's fine. You know, that is actually an example of modifying your exercise also. Just keep going with whatever you're doing. And then here we are with punch, punch, kick. So we're going to punch and kick. Punch, punch, and kick. Lots of punching, lots of kicking today. I tell you what, was I angry when I was making this list? No, actually, I was having a great time and I was thinking about some good exercises that I enjoy doing. Like this last one that I know you love. Not so much. We're doing walking burpees. And we're absolutely going to have our hands on the chair for those walking burpees. So we'll put our hands down. Here we go. Hands down. Walk your feet out. Walk your feet in. And stand it up with hands up. Awesome job, my friends. You know, the thing about modifying exercises, I get questions about this all the time. When it beeps again, we're going back to the beginning of our circuit. You guys, we've already made it all the way through. This was every exercise. So when it beeps again, we're going back to double knees. When you need to modify exercises. Here we go with double knees. Because of your particular situation, maybe it's your fitness, maybe it's a particular, your shoulder is injured, your ankle is injured, your hips don't love going up and down from the ground. Whatever it is, it doesn't automatically mean that you're making your workout easier. You're making your workout work for you. Now, moderation, we are intentionally not going at high speed. Here we are with rainbow jacks. Hands in a rainbow up over your head, one knee at a time. And truly, it is modifying a workout that could be harder to make it easier and gentler on purpose. No matter if you're modifying or moderating, you're doing what's best for you and your goal. When it beeps again, we're going to have our hands down on the chair for mountain climbers, one knee at a time, coming up towards your chest, thinking about excellent form. Your core is pulled in tight, your back is nice and straight, your hands are directly underneath your shoulders. Just because we're doing cardio and moving fast doesn't mean we're not thinking about having our core pulled in and doing things well. When in doubt, my friends, always do things well. When it beeps again, we're going to go into toy soldiers. Awesome job. Very nice. Hands up overhead, reaching that opposite hand towards that kicking foot. We've talked a lot this month about moderation, about doing the right thing for your goal, which is weight loss. Now, here's the deal. I know lots of you are following along, and maybe weight loss is not your goal, and I totally appreciate that. When it beeps again, we're going to do booty kicker elbow swings. And I want you to know that I'm talking, pretty constantly about moderation, and in this workout, about modifying. You can always do any of my workouts at whatever pace works for your goal. If weight loss is not your goal, oh my gosh, go faster, go hard, get down on the ground. Do what you gotta do to meet your fitness goal. When it beeps again, gonna sit our booties down for that half a second while we get into rocket position. Hands on the chair, hips are gonna be up. We're doing a big kick. Starting off seated though, so that you can get yourself situated before we start kicking. And truly, you are welcome to modify by keeping your hips on the chair the whole 30 seconds. Whatever works for you always works for me. Modifying, moderating, not modifying, not moderating, it always works when you are getting what you want out of the workout. Oh my gosh, here we go with letter K's. Hands up, kick out to the side, out to the other side. Feeling really good here on round 2. I tell you what, I'm glad that I was moderating my heart rate. Any one of these exercises, I might have been able to go faster, but I'm glad I didn't because I made it all the way through, almost all the way through. When it beeps again, we're doing middle skips. This happens somewhat frequently. Here we go, middle skips, opposite hand, opposite knee, coming up at the same time, feeling nice and loose and free. But sometimes about halfway through the second circuit, if we're only doing 2 circuits, I start to just congratulate myself for making it all the way through the workout as though we're almost done. And it's really funny that I do that because, we are almost done, but we still have a fair few more, like this next one coming up, which is plank tappers. Gonna have our hands on the chair or on the ground, hands directly underneath your shoulders, down in a great plank position. Tap out to one side, tap out to the other. Beautiful job, keeping your neck nice and neutral. Think about keeping your hips super flat. Getting our bonus ab work before we even do our ab work today. When it beeps again, doing those punch up kicks. Not worrying about which hand punches and which foot kicks, but just doing your best to have a good time and move at a great pace. This has been and is a great workout today with just the right amount of sweat. No matter if you modify or moderate, working out is so good for you in so many ways. When it beeps again, we're doing that punch, punch, kick. Moving your body truly at all is good for your health. Punch, punch, and kick. Punch, punch, and kick. Yes, I have to say it out loud, and I have to do it a couple of times before I can really get into the groove. I try very hard to go back and forth on my leader hand, and sometimes if I don't really think about it intentionally for at least the first couple of reps, I get myself all messed up when it beeps again. We're doing walking burpees. Hands are going to come down on the chair. We're going to walk our feet out. Here we go. Hands down, feet out, feet in, and stand it back up. Core is pulled in super, super tight. Anything that either is floor work or is modified floor work means that you really have to think about where your abs are. Think about protecting your back. Think about pulling in that core. When it beeps again, you guys, we are done. This was our circuit. We're not quite finished though. I promised you, we're taking a 30-second break. I promised you abs, and here they come. I'm gonna go ahead and scoot my chair just so that it's a little bit more centered on screen. Don't feel like you have to move yours. Here's what it looks like. Still doing those 30-second intervals. I've got a nice little handful of ab exercises here. We're gonna start with crossbody crunches, which means that we're gonna have our hands on our shoulders or behind your head, whatever feels comfortable to you. Reaching your opposite elbow towards your opposite knee while your opposite knee is coming up. So we're sitting upright. Oh, but we're crunching through the middle. Really thinking about not curling down into it, but bringing your knee up as far as you can while twisting your torso. I know. Oh my gosh. This is why this is the finisher. Ab work is always hard. It just always is. When it beeps again, we're going to do side bends. Exactly what it sounds like. We're going to bend to one side. I'm going to keep my hands right here on my shoulders just like this, and I'm going to think about getting my elbow down to my hip without letting your hip jut out to the side. We're trying to keep your booty really, really glued to the seat so that this movement is all coming from your torso, your spine, and of course, your abs and obliques. Oh my gosh, this is why we're grunting now. When it beeps again, we're gonna do bicycle extensions, which means that we're gonna start with both feet really straight out on the ground. So we're gonna straighten our knees. You're gonna bring hands on your shoulders again. You're gonna bring one elbow to one knee and then the other elbow to the other knee. Oh my gosh. This one is a little bit quicker. If you'd like to make it tougher, you could reach that hand all the way out to your toes. You guys, our next exercise is the last one in what is a circuit. We're going to go through all of these one more time. Something I call Froggy Crunches. We're going to start with both feet straight out. We're going to bring up both knees. So hands out, bring up both knees, and then extend. And yes, put your feet down if you'd like to. Like I said, you can make this workout tougher. You can make it easier. If you need to bring up one foot at a time because 2 feet is too hard, do one leg at a time, my friends. What feels hard to you is hard. That is enough. When it beeps again, we're going back to those crossbody crunches. Knees bent, bringing one knee, elbow to one knee across your body. Okay, the knees bent makes a big difference. I know you noticed that. This feels different from those bicycle extensions. When your legs are straight, the work gets further away from your abs. The further away the work is, the harder your abs have to work. That's why anytime that you are down on the ground, for example, if you're doing crunches on the ground, bending your knees makes all crunches doable. Not even easier, just doable or more doable. When it beeps again, here we are with side bends. Bringing that elbow down to your hip if you can, and then down to your hip on the other side. I'm not even trying not to grunt anymore, you guys. We are at that point in the workout where grunting is very, very encouraged. When it beeps again, we're doing those bicycle extensions, having both feet start straight out as much as possible and bringing one bent knee towards your chest at a time. So both feet straight out. If you'd like to, you can reach down towards that foot. Make sure your knee isn't gaping out to the side though in an effort to reach your foot. That's not actually better for your abs. That's only better for your mind. You're thinking, oh, I've reached my toe. But having your hip out and your knee out actually bring some of the work into your inner and outer thighs where it's not doing you quite as much good on your abs. When it beeps again, Froggy Crunches for the last time. Hands out, and then bring your hands in towards those knees that are coming towards your chest. If you can do both feet at the same time, that's a great challenge. If you can't, pick your great challenge, my friend. This is our last 30 seconds. The next time it beeps, oh my goodness, is the last time that it's going to beep. Really, really feeling, moderate, no, really feeling the burn on this one. Oh, and there it was. Okay, I'm turning off the timer, and I'm going to stand up. Right now, here I am, standing up. I'm gonna stand up for our cool down. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get this chair completely out of my way here. And we're gonna do that cool down that I love to do. Those arm circles with some side tappers. Okay, you guys. That was a great sweat today. You know, modifying, making your workout work for you is exactly what this whole month is about. I really hope that you are enjoying the workouts so far. 11 days in is a challenge. It's a big challenge. And I know that for lots of us, this might be the most you've ever worked out in a row. And I want you to know that I am so, so, so proud of you. No matter how much you're getting done during each workout, the fact that you're here pressing play and doing your best, it's your best. That's amazing. Be proud of yourself for that. Let's go ahead and do some arm crossers. Oh, big hug. So proud of you. Pat your own back. And then open, open, open. Up your chest, open up your heart, open up your hands. Oh my gosh, feel that beautiful stretch. I know sometimes a cool down stretch feels amazing, and sometimes it feels like, okay, now I gotta get on with my day. I've got dishes waiting for me, which is actually what I have waiting for me right now. If you love a good cool down stretch, I have an extended one for you here on screen. If you are watching on TV, I never know if you can actually see that. Hopefully you can get to the description and grab a nice cool down. On the other side of the screen, or if you go to your desktop, you'll be able to see the playlist that has all of the workouts from this month. So far, there's just 11 of them. At the end of the month, there will be all 31, and you can repeat month after month after month until you get your weight loss goal, my friend. On the bottom of the screen, there is the letter P. That's an invitation to go over to Patreon, where you can make a monthly pledge that helps me make free workouts for all of us. And thank you so, so much for your support. On the other side of the screen is a picture of me. That's actually a subscribe button. If you are not already subscribed, make sure that you do that, plus click the bell notification so that YouTube will let you know every time I upload a new video. You guys, thank you so much for working out with me. Make sure you click that subscribe button, and I'll see you tomorrow.